Expected to grant emergency use approval to an antiviral drug as early as today. It appears to help people recover more quickly from COVID-19 and reduce the death rate. Medical reporter Liz Bonis explains how it appears to attack the virus.
We first told you about the drug remdesivir several weeks ago as trials on it were underway. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Fichtenbaum told us this about it by FaceTime.
And in fact, one of the most promising agents that's being tested now, remdesivir, was actually built by Gilead for Ebola, but was not terribly effective in that infection. It has now been repurposed, and there are a number of trials worldwide looking at a particular agent.
Now, information from those trials showing clearly every virus is different. When remdesivir is given by IV, it appears to be highly effective at stopping the replication mechanism of the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Dr. Anthony Fauci says this leads to faster patient recovery.
The improvement was 31% better chance of recovering and getting out of the hospital. That's important, but it's the first step in what we project will be better and better drugs coming along.
That hospital improvement dropped a typical patient's stay in the hospital with COVID-19 from 15 days to 11, much like a drug known as Tamiflu, which shortens symptoms of the flu. Dr. Deborah Birx of the White House Coronavirus Task Force told this to our Sinclair's Eric Bowling about its potential.
So remdesivir actually works to prevent the virus from replicating completely, so that it actually has to work inside of your individual cells when the virus goes in there and prevents part of their replication. We're very excited about the findings, and I think Dr. Fauci described them so perfectly. It decreased length of stay in hospitals by almost a third. That is a very big deal when you're in the hospital. And since this only included the first less than half of the clients that have been studied, half of the patients, I think as we get the second half of patients' data, that we'll be able to see changes also in mortality.
Remdesivir seems to trick the virus's building blocks so it can't build and spread. After the completion of this initial finding, the next steps would be to see if using it early, like we do with Tamiflu, helps shorten COVID-19 symptoms, and whether or not using it in combination with other drugs makes it even more effective. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonis reporting.
And the drug is usually given by IV for 10 days, but some research also shows giving it for 5 days is also effective against COVID-19.